Power of belief and thinking about disease in a different light. Here to share his motivational message, Mr. Ken Jaques.
So in 2008, not that long ago, life was grand, rolling along, couldn't be any better, baseball player, golfer, all those fun things that you want to do. And I woke up one morning and I couldn't walk to the washroom. It was in my feet, it was elsewhere. Instant diagnosis of RA, go on your heavy-duty drugs, and life's going to be just fine. That's all I knew. I didn't like that, so I searched out an alternative, and I was told to go see Dr. Jaques. So it was about March or April of 2008, and I said, okay, we're going to try this. And of course, I don't know if you guys have talked a little bit about the food thing that she gets you to do, where you figure out what you're eating, and that wasn't going to work for me. No, I'm kidding. I worked with Terry for probably about 6 or 7 months, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't walk. I was in New York and with the family, and I couldn't walk from point A to point B. So I was like, you got to do something. So I went on the chemo drugs because that's what they do for RA. They just say, yep, we're gonna. We think one day somebody had cancer and RA, and they treated them for the cancer, and the RA went away. So I don't know if it really was a treatment or not, but
they do the same thing in MS. Yeah.
Life was beautiful. Life was beautiful. After about 3 months, everything was gone. All the pain was gone. Life was just grand. I was golfing, I was playing baseball, all those fun things. And then about a year into it, my hair started to fall out. And I called my rheumatologist to come and see her, and I had an appointment 4 months later to go in and see her, because that was the soonest I could get in, because she was moving and this was going on and that was going on. I said, well, hold on, my hair's falling out. Is there a conversation we can have? Yep, it's in February. So I went, and at this point I shaved the head and did the whole bit. So about 4 months later, I had a colleague tell me, you should go see this Reiki master. Okay, sure, that makes sense to me. We'll go see a Reiki master. Well, I was at the gym regularly doing sit-ups. I couldn't do sit-ups, I had tailbone pain. I went to see her, and through a session that she went through, and here's me, and she's probably about here. And she's going through an energy healing session. And I had the tailbone pain up until that day. And her standing that far away, and my tailbone pain went away. I said, I don't know what just happened, but I think I just had a wake-up call. So something's got to change. There's things that can happen, and so that was July of 2010, and I didn't know anything. I was not a spiritual person. I didn't. If you just said spiritual or psychic or any of those words, it'd be no. Sorry, there's other people that you'd have that conversation with, but way too much has happened in a very short time. So who am I today? I'm you. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm a guy who's been diagnosed with a disease. And I said, am I going to just take it? Or am I going to do something about it? So one of the other things, I'm a blogger. In the packages that you've handed out, I put in 2 particular blogs that I've written. And I do hope you'll take the time to read them. I've written probably about 40 or 50 of them. These ones, they're sort of about MS. As I was going through my healing, starting my healing diagnosis, I was talking to my father, and my father was talking about a lady with MS. And she would walk along, and she said, well, I have MS. And then he'd hear her talking to the next person, I have MS. Talking to the next person, I have MS. And one day somebody said, stop. You don't have MS. MS has you. So, do I have RA? I've been diagnosed with RA. Rheumatoid arthritis. It's an autoimmune disease. Terry and I have had several discussions and belief systems, and it's way back early. It's one of the first slides we put up, where Terry put up the triangle, and at the very bottom was the spirituality. And my belief system, remember that. What did I just say? My belief system. I'm not asking for this to be yours. It can be. I'm not the same guy now as I was 4 hours ago. I just learned a lot. I'm not the same guy. My belief system is, a lot of us, have spent our entire lives, whether consciously or subconsciously, beating ourselves up, and our body finally said, I get it. You want to be beat up. I'll give you a disease. You've got it. Go on. Carry it. So, good. So I talked a bit about the blogger, I talked about that, and so my thing is getting people to step into their greatness. Everybody step into their own personal greatness. Be all that you can be. Recognize you're magnificent. Yes. Oh, I see. Now I get it. Now I know what slide's coming next as well. This is great technology. I should get me a back. Okay, next. So, here's the question. Can you live a better life now? Can you fulfill all of your dreams? So over this last, and it's funny that I'm saying this, it's just over 2 years. I've come up with a mantra. My mantra is enlighten, empower, and change. So enlighten. Shine a light on your fears. Look inside. Examine and shed your limiting beliefs. You've been doing that all day. You've been enlightened. You've had so many people tell you so many things. It's overwhelming. It's just going non-stop. That's part of the enlightenment. Empower. Is it about you? Can you do something about it? Remember your inner child. Remember your child, you were 2 years old, you were learning to walk and you fell down? Nobody had to tell you to get up. They did. But you knew you were getting up and you knew you were taking the next step. It was just a step on a journey. It was nothing more. That's what we did when we were 5 years old. We never asked. We learned to run. We never asked. We fell off our bikes. I'm pretty sure you all had cuts and scrapes as you fell off your bike. That's your inner child. It just won't give up. It just keeps going. Remember that. You've just forgotten it. It's there. It's still there. You've just forgotten it. And change. You've been enlightened. You know you can make change. Start taking the steps. The journey of 1,000 miles, Lao Tzu, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one small step.